What's going on, Beaver High School? Welcome to AAA Today. I'm Nathan Cutshaw.
And I'm Whit. We're glad to have you back.
Whit, I've got good news and I've got bad news for you. What do you want first?
I like my dessert first.
Okay, well, the good news is it's the last week of school.
Let's go. But the bad news is that it's the last AAA Today of the year. So let's finish things off with a bang. So to start out with, let's go to Costa Rica.
Permanece a la escucha. Permanece a la escucha.
12 de la noche en La Habana, Cuba.
11 de la noche en San Salvador, El Salvador.
11 de la noche en Managua, Nicaragua.
Me gustan los aviones, me gustas tú. Me gusta viajar, me gustas tú. Me gusta la mañana, me gustas tú. Me gusta el viento, me gustas tú. Me gusta soñar, me gustas tú. Me gusta la mar, me gustas tú. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais plus. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je suis perdu. ¿Qué horas son, mi corazón? Me gusta la moto, me gustas tú. Me gusta correr.
Every year, Beaver High School likes to recognize a teacher who went just a little bit above and beyond. Let's go ahead and check out our Teacher of the Year showcase.
Good morning, Buford. I'm Alex Chan, and I'm here with the Teacher of the Year, Mr. Patrick Shawcross. So, what's it like being Teacher of the Year?
I would describe it as a great honor. I'm so happy to be at Buford. I taught at several schools before I ended up here. And it's always an honor to win an award like this, but especially at a place like Buford with so many great teachers that I really respect. It is a huge honor to win, and I'm, very humbled to have won it.
So, I heard there was a ceremony, and your family was there too.
That is true. So every year they gather up at the grand staircase, and we have a ceremony. First of all, it was a total surprise. My family actually showed up, and they found out the night before that I was going to win. They kept it a secret from me. And my immediate family was there, my wife and 3 kids, and also my parents showed up. And I was ecstatic to see them. I think it's as much an honor for my parents as for myself, because they did a great job raising me. And I was proud to see them there, to see that I turned out all right, because believe it or not, I gave my parents some trouble during my formative years. But for them to share that honor with me was a great thing.
So, how exactly does the voting process work?
I believe only educators right here in Buford. So my fellow teachers, any professional at the school, they're the ones that vote on this, and that makes it an even greater honor to be recognized by your colleagues in a profession like teaching. It really means a lot to me, and I'm humbled to win it.
Do you think that you'll be nominated again for Teacher of the Year next year?
Wow, it would be an honor if it happens. I hope not, because there are so many other great teachers at the school. For instance, there were 2 other great nominations, Miss Kelly Kirkland, who I share a wall with, and Miss Madison Eason were both nominated. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many amazing educators at this school, and I hope everyone, who deserves it gets their chance in the sun.
Thank you for taking the time for this interview.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Alright, that's all for today's interview. Let's go back to the studio for more AAA Today.
And of course, it wouldn't be AAA Today without everyone's favorite Today in History. So let's go to Jacob and Hudson.
On this day in 1942, the USS Lexington became the first U.S. aircraft carrier to sink during World War II. Towards the end of April in 1942, the Japanese were preparing to seize control over the Coral Sea by taking over air bases in Port Moresby and in Papua New Guinea and Tulagi in the Solomon Islands. However, Allied intelligence found out about this move. When the Japanese landed at Tulagi, U.S. carrier planes struck the Japanese landing group, destroying a Japanese destroyer. Shortly after, Japanese and U.S. carrier groups would clash with Japanese carrier planes, sinking a U.S. destroyer, followed by U.S. planes sinking a Japanese light carrier and cruiser. Shortly after, on the next day, Japanese planes were able to sink the U.S. carrier Lexington. However, despite this, the Japanese invasion force and their air support were crippled and therefore had to retreat in threat of U.S. bombers, with the battle ending in a victory for the Allies. Also on this day in 1945, World War II officially ended after Germany's unconditional surrender. Following the German defeat in the Battle of Stalingrad on January 31st, 1943, the German forces were now being pushed back by the Soviets. Shortly after, on July 10th of the same year, Allied forces landed in Italy, now pushing the Italian forces towards Rome. And eventually, the Allies successfully captured Rome on June 5th, 1944. The next day, on June 6th, 156,000 Allied forces successfully landed on the beaches of Normandy, beginning the Allied assault on Germany and bringing much help to the Soviet forces. Less than a year later, on April 25th, 1945, Berlin was entirely surrounded by Soviet forces and linked up with the Allied forces on the Elbe River. A few days later, the German forces surrendered, finally ending the war in Europe.
You know, we could end the show right now, but I think I'd rather go over to Would You Rather with Rob. Send it over.
Would you rather find a rat in your kitchen or a roach in your bed?
I think a rat in the kitchen. Meow.
Would you rather spend a year entirely alone or a year without a home?
Probably a year without a home, because then I can just explore the city and probably do whatever I want.
Good answer.
Have bright green skin or bright blue hair?
Bright blue hair, because I want to get the low taper fade.
Would you rather be an extra in an Oscar-winning movie or the lead in a box office bomb?
I guess I'd rather be an extra.
Why?
I don't know.
Rather be purple whenever you're happy or yellow whenever you're sad?
Probably purple when I'm happy, because I'm happy most of the time, and I kind of want to look like Grimace. Rawr!
Would you rather swim in a pool full of Nutella or a pool full of maple syrup?
Nutella, because I like chocolate.
Would you rather have an elephant's trunk or a giraffe's neck for a day?
Probably an elephant's trunk, so I can slap people with it, you know?
Can you show us an example?
Yeah.
Mr. Brazilian wanted to recognize some of our veterans this year in our school and some of the students who enlisted. So let's go check out his Challenge Coin segment.
Miss Drake is a veteran of the Army. She actually is the longest serving member of the branches in the school. How many years you served? 40. 40 years in the Army. We got a special young man that has enlisted, and it's Miss Miller's son. He's going to West Point, right? Yeah. So he's going to West Point, and with West Point comes a commitment. Probably 5 years after, something like that. So he's raised his hand to serve our country. What is it you're about to do?
West Point.
West Point with a commitment for how long after?
5 years.
So 5 years at least after which he's going to be in the military serving our country. In case you guys don't know, the young man has enlisted to join the military. Can you let them know what you're doing?
I'm going to the Naval Academy.
Going to the Naval Academy, and then you'll be. What do you have a commitment of? 4 years? 5 years after. Jonah is enlisting in the Army. All right, let them know what you're doing.
I'm going to the Marines.
And Hillary has decided to, what is it?
Go to the Air Force Academy.
She's going to do the Air Force Academy and then have, a 5-year commitment after, or maybe a lifetime commitment?
Well, I'm going to med school after, so probably 10 years after that.
Yeah. So she's going to be in the military, so the Air Force. So I want to give honor and respect to a veteran staff member here. Officer Dean Barker was a member of the Air Force and military police. Yes, sir. All right, so we've had some of our students who have, taken on the ultimate task of raising their hand to serve their country. So, to me, who I'm prior military, I'm so impressed and I respect so much the decision to go ahead and raise your hand and serve your country. So what we've done at Buford is we want to honor and respect all our students who enlist, but also our faculty who are veterans who have served. So put together what we call a challenge coin. These are coins that people in the military or different professions have that, they say they've done something, and other people who've done the same thing can get these coins, and they sort of challenge them. They don't have the coin on them, they have to do push-ups or something. And I'm going to do it the way we do it in the military. Okay. So if I see you, I say, Thank you for your service. So now she has the coin. So that's an honor of your son. Give it to him. Let him know that we are proud. Pass the coin and say thank you for your service, sir. And we say thank you for your service. So I just want to say thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Down's coins. So what we've done is I'm going to shake your hand, but I'm also going to give you a special coin that only certain people have.
Thank you.
And I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So, wow. Yes. Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you,
So like this. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
And to you in the handshake and say thank you for your service.
Thank you.
What we have is this coin in honor of all our veterans, and I just want to present it to you, sir. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Before we sign off, it's our seniors' turn. So let's go to the senior signing. Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed keeping y'all up to date all year. I'm Whit, signing off.
And I'm Cutshaw. For one last time this school year, you stay classy, Buford High School.